Hi, everybody. All right, so I'm going to go over the math from yesterday so that you can see how you did, so that you know what you know. Um, Attached to this assignment, there is also this Unit 4 Maths Working Towards Mastery screener document. So I'm not going to combine the screener and the unit like I did last time. That seemed to have been kind of messy and just too much. So I'm going to make one of these each time, okay? It's a little different because I wanted you to know what mastery looked like on this assessment. All right, so we have 4 questions. There are 4 I can statements, so I can multiply 2-digit numbers. This is a 4th grade standard. I can find the answer to a division problem by thinking of the missing factor in a multiplication problem. It's actually a 3rd grade standard. And then the last 2 are things that we worked on last unit. So compare decimals to the thousandths and then add and subtract. Add and subtract decimals to hundredths. What you'll notice is that all of these are linked. So that means if you are struggling with it, this takes you right to the math practice sheet that I will also put on. That's what I meant to do. I'm going to put the I can statement too there. I remembered that there was something I wanted to change about that practice sheet, and that's what it was. It says what mastery looks like. Okay, so all blanks correctly filled in. So you have to get everything right on question 1 to show mastery. If you get anything wrong, then you have not shown mastery. For question 2, you need both answers to be correct. For question 3, you need all 4 decimals correctly placed. And on question 4, you need to get at least 3 out of the 4 with correct work. So if you didn't have work, you didn't submit work, then it's not mastery. If your work isn't correct, like you don't use a proper strategy, like I would even imagine probably if you just use the algorithm, I don't know if I would consider that mastery or correct work. Because again, one of the things we're working on here as mathematicians is making our lives simpler. And the algorithm can complicate things. All right, so let's get started. Let's see here. I don't know if I added my name here or not. I did. Okay. I can use the area model, partial products, and ratio table to multiply multi-digit numbers. All right, so I'm going to open this Jamboard. Okay, so I have to copy this thing. Okay. All right, so looking at this, it says to use the pen. Not a great fan of the pen, but it is what it is. Let's see. I have different types of pens. I can probably make it. Wait, where's the? I guess it doesn't matter. All right, pen. Is there like a size? Oh well, I'm wasting time here. So I need to fill in the blanks. So I need to get every single blank right. So if I'm looking at this rectangle, I see some numbers in the middle. I'm missing one. I see numbers over here. Okay, and I see an equation down here. So I'm going to have to fill in all of that right. So this is a rectangle. We're finding area. So that's one side multiplied to the other time. I also see it split up. So that's nice. That makes things easier. So 10 times something over here equals 160. Well, that's fairly straightforward. That would be 16. 1 and 6. So I got 16 here. So 16 times 10 equals 160. 16 times 5, that equals 80, because I know 5 is half of 10, right? So my answer has to be half here. So I have 80. All right, so down here then, I have to rewrite this as 16 times 15 equals, now I have to add these two things together, 160 plus 80. Well, 160 plus 40 is 200. That leaves 40 left over, so 240. 240. All right, so you need these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct to be on the road to mastery. All right, let's see what's next. So again, I have this rectangle. I see a number split up. It's split up. It's array. It's all that good stuff. I have a number up here, 12 times 24. I might just write that in right now. So this is 24 times 12. Okay, oops. But we have split up 20 and 4. So 12 times 4, that's 48. And then I have 12 times 20. Well, 12 times 10, that's 140. Wait, 140. 120. And I double that to 240. Or I could think of 2 times 12 is 24. And then I have another 10 to go. So that's 240 again. So this is 240. And those two things together, 240 plus 48. Well, I can kind of just do that, 288. Okay. And 8. All right, now we have a kind of an input-output table. So it tells me the soccer team, how many teams there are, and how many players there would be. So if there's one soccer team, there's going to be 11. Okay, also a ratio table, input-output ratio table, same thing. So I have 1, 11. If that's 4, then that's going to be 44. 4, okay, and I know that because I 4 times the list. So it's 4 groups of 11. 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11, that'd be 44. All right, 40 groups. Well, I'm going to take this 4 and multiply it by 10. So I can take 44 and multiply it by 10, which again I should be able to do, is 440. And now 39. Well, how do I get 39? Am I going to have to just do 39 times 11? No. I take away or subtract 1 soccer team. So if I know 40 is 440 players, then I'm going to take 1 group of 11. So 440 minus 11. 440 minus 10 is 430. Minus 1 is 429. And then I would have to repeat 429 down here. All right, so you need all of these correct to show mastery. Let's go back. So what are my options? Do not understand. So like if you just got nothing right, you didn't know where to go, that's where you would be. If you got all the blanks right, you showed mastery of the skill. If you got some of the blanks right and made some little calculation errors, you need to practice. And then this would be after if you did not show mastery. All right. Let's go back. And again, at this point, I would want to make sure I've shared this. I'm just going to change the link to Columbus School. Copy that link. And I put it here. All right. Next up, I can use multiplication to help me divide. Find the missing dimension. So 9 by something equals 36. So this could be 36 divided by 9, or 9 times something. That would be 4. Find the missing dimension. Same sort of thing. We have 42 in the middle. So 7 times something equals 42. Or I can think about this as 42 divided by 7. That equals 6. So let's go back to that. You need to have both answers correct. So if you got both answers correct, super. You've mastered it. If you got one correct, you made a mistake somewhere, you need to practice. If you got both of them incorrect, maybe watching this, you're like, okay, I just need to practice that. Or you could be lost. And it's all good. I can add and subtract decimals. So here, this like showing your work, one of the things, remember, strategies, if I do the standard algorithm, then I need to show my work. But if I look at this and go 4 and 62 hundredths plus 2 and 99 hundredths, I can give and take, right? So I'm going to take a hundredth from 4 and 62 hundredths and give it to 2 and 99 hundredths to make my life easier, simpler, I should say. So that would be, now I've changed it to 4 and 61 hundredths plus 3. And that equals 7 and 61 hundredths. So that's showing my work, okay? And the reason it's showing my work, I guess I could have done a better job, couldn't I have? I could have said 4 and 62, 2 hundredths plus 2 and 99 hundredths equals, that would be better. There you go. So that would be showing the work. Alrighty, find the answer, show your work. So I have 7 and 89 hundredths minus 3 and 2 tenths. Well, I mean, that looks pretty straightforward, right? All of these digits are greater than these digits. I know there's a 0 here. So I could just say 7 and 89 hundredths minus 3 and 20 hundredths if I wanted to do equals 4 and 69 hundredths. Again, for this reason, this is showing the work. If you uploaded a file, super. What else was I going to say? There, I had a thought in my head and it left. Oh well. If you just put 4 and 69 hundredths, that's not showing the work. I know. I get it. But it is what it is. Find the answer, show your work. So we have 94 3/10 plus 45 5/10. I mean, that looks pretty straightforward. There's no real carrying here. So I think I would just keep it the same. Plus, oops, yeah, plus 45 5/10 equals. So that would be 90 and 40 is 130, and then 9, so 139 and 8/10. I think that would be fine too. Find the answer, show your work. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to, this looks pretty, I have to do some carrying, so I want to keep the distance, right, because we're subtracting. If I give and take, big mistake. Give and take, big mistake. There you go. So I want to get this to a friendlier number, like 4 99/100. So here, 5 1/100 minus 2 40/10, or 40/100 equals. So I want to get to 4 99/100. And so if that is 1 200ths away, so I need to reduce this by 200 to make it 2 38/100. And that's going to give me, let's see, 1 6 2 61/100. So you needed to get 3 out of the 4 right, and you needed to have shown your work either by showing the equation that you were using or by uploading work. All right, and again, if you got 2 out of 4, maybe you just need to practice a little bit. Maybe you noticed you didn't get subtraction right, but you got addition right. That would be something important to pay attention to. So by the end of today, this should be filled out. If you want to start practicing on things, you do have Excel every day. That would be a perfect way to use that. And if you need my help on something, great. And if you need to move on to the pre-assessment, because all of this is mastered, then we will do that probably tomorrow. Bye.